As we can look how the rounding of the uncertain digit. For that we want to study four rules. Okay, we can go through rules one by one. For that, if the digit to be dropped is less than 5, then the preceding digit remains unchanged. You guys don't want to study the rule by heart, you just understand how to do this problem. For that, you just understand the rules. Okay, so we can explain the first rule with an example. The number that to be round is 6.82. We can write the number 6.82. 6.82 is the number. As per the first rule is saying that if the number is dropped is 2 or any number which is less than 5, first condition is less than 5 condition. The number is less than 5, then the number before that number remains unchanged. That means the number before that number remains unchanged. No need to change this number. Okay, and when we write as a rounded figure, we can write 6.8 and cut 2 from here, and 6.8 is the answer. Just look 7.3, 1. You just suppose this number and we want to round this number. For that, the number that we dropped is 1. 1 means is less than 5. So number before that number remains unchanged, and we get the answer as 7.3. Okay, we can go through the second rule. If the digit to be dropped is more than 5, then the preceding digit is raised by 1. Okay, we want to know that if the number that to be dropped is greater than 5, we can make it into two conditions. We can write it in our notebook. As per the second rule, it is saying that the number is greater than 5. The number that to be dropped is greater than 5. You can write 6.87. This number want to be round off. So 7 is the number which is greater than 5. So number before that number before this number is 8. Want to raise by 1. That means 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. And answer will be 6.9. And cut 7 from here, and rounded answer is 6.9. You get it? We can look another example. 7.87. Okay, or 86. We know that as per second rule, greater than 5. The dropping number is greater than 5. The number before that number raised by 1. So 8 plus 1, 9. The answer will be 7.9. Okay. Check the third rule. The digit to be dropped is followed by 5, followed by is dropped 5, followed by a digit other than 0, then the preceding digit is raised by 1. As I already said that you don't want to study the rules, you just understand the rules and do the problems. So we can look directly to the example. 6.853 is the number. So if the number to be dropped is 5, here number is dropped to be 5, then the number next to that 5 must be non-zero. The number next to be must be non-zero. Here the number near right side of that 5 don't want to become 0. If it becomes 0, it is another case. Non-zero is another case, and if it becomes 0 is another case. Here we are saying the non-zero case. The number near to the 5 or right to the 5 is non-zero. Non-zero, you just increase the number left to the 5 with 1. That means number left to 5 is 8, and add 1 to the 8, we get 9, and the answer will be 6.9. You just cut 5 and 3 from here easily. So we can write it in our notebook. As per third rule, 6.853 is the number that to be round. If the number that to be dropped is 5, the number next or right to that 5 is 3. That must be non-zero. If it is 0, it is another case. Okay, so if it is non-zero, you want to add the number to the left of the 5 with 1 or by 1. So 8 plus 1, 9. Just 6.9 is the rounded answer. Look at another example. if number is 6.856, the number that to be dropped is 5. The number right to that number, right to the 5 must be non-zero. Here it is non-zero. Then we can use the third rule. So the number left to the 5 is 8, and add 1 to the 8 and we get 9. So 6.9 is the answer. Just drop or remove 5 and 6 from here. We can look another example, 7.753. Here the number that to be dropped is 5. The number right to the 5 is 3 and it is a non-zero. So we can use the third rule. So number left to the 5 is 7, and add 1 to the 7 and we get 8. So 7.8 will be the answer. So easy, you just study by using examples. Check the fourth rule. If the digit to be dropped is 5 followed by 0, in third case we said that if the digit to be dropped is 5 followed by the digit non-zero or other than 0. Here we are saying that for the 5, right side of the 5 must be 0. If it is okay, then we can only use this rule. Okay, so then the preceding digit is left unchanged if it is even, and is raised by 1 if it is odd. We can look the example. 6.850 is the number, so the 5 is the number that will be dropped. The right side of the 5 is 0, so we can use the fourth rule easily. Okay, then the left side of the 5 is 8. If the 8 or the left side number of the 5 is even, don't want to change the number make unchanged. Or if the number left side of the 5 is odd, we want to add 1 to that number. We can look the example by using paper. Here number is 6.850. The number 5 is the dropping number. Right side of the 5 is 0. If it is only, we can use the fourth rule. Then the number left side of the 5 is 8. If the number is even or odd, two chances. If it is odd, remains unchanged. Don't want to change the number 8, you can write 8 itself. But if the number is odd, just add 1. Okay, in this case the left side number 8 is an even, so unchanged. So you write 8 and 6.8 as the answer. The number is 6.750. The question is like this: you just find the dropping number 5, and right side of the 5 is 0, and it is okay to use fourth rule. So left side number is 7, that is odd. You just add 1 to the 7 and we get 8, and 6.8 is the rounded answer.